Still Chillin' is an independent podcast where lifelong friends and guests sample the best tequilas and more.
Grab your favorite drink, listen and chill with us
Go to stillchillin.com.
to see how you can help.
Yo,
Okay, I think we're good.
I hope we're good. Hold on. I see Luis.
What's up, buddies?
Wow, everybody kind of made it on time. Good. I was running around downstairs right now, like,
Now we're good. Look at that ice.
dude. Again, look, Luis. You see what I'm talking about? Look, that looks like a freaking hologram.
What? His ice cube? Oh yeah, looks cool.
It looks just like a hologram is what I'm saying, right? It's like nothing, no flaws. But yeah, this is officially week number 5. Still chilling, right?
Week 5, and I know you work with the movies, Tony, so you know all about the movie magic, but we want to tell them about the podcast magic.
Oh yeah. We do this every Monday, right on time. Never take a week off. Is that what you're asking about? Yeah.
They don't know that we took 2 weeks off, but that's the magic.
Yeah, my friend over here with the Frenchies.
Yeah, I know. Carlos went to France.
How was that?
Loved it. Amazing food. People were very nice. We got there right before all hell broke loose.
I don't even watch the news anymore, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Hell broke out in France?
Yeah, it's on the internet.
I mean, I don't know the politics of France, and I know that's nothing we want to talk about, but something where they pushed something through. I think it was retirement age. So, everybody just started rioting. And I'm talking about hardcore riots.
I do know that about them. Every time they try to pass something through, they riot. I know that. They're trying to raise it.
But you know what? I think they're raising it from 62 to 64.
¿Para 2 años lo están haciendo de pedo?
Well, that's why it's so low there, because every time they try to raise it, they probably do this.
Yeah, but you know what? They make amazing bread, amazing croissants. And the food, the wine, it's great. So, if that's what it takes, maybe they're onto something. But damn, highly recommend it.
I have heard their bread is way, our stuff is all like a rich flour and all this stuff over here.
All right, let me ask you this, Carlos. You think it's better than Mexican food?
You know what? I'm a little biased with Mexican food. I think that the French technique makes every cuisine amazing, right?
So like, if they cooked Mexican food, it would be good?
Oh, yeah, because of the technique they use, right? So they would probably use like butter instead of manteca. They would probably use like...
Yeah, but manteca is way better than butter, though. Lard?
Well, for certain things.
That's the best.
Yeah, well, for certain things, right?
Gives you a heart attack, but it's delicious.
Well, the good thing about they use natural fats, right? Well, butter is technically a natural fat. Lard is just animal rendering. But listen, I love Mexican food, but man, the French food, it comes close. But definitely the French cooking technique is used everywhere in the world, including Mexico. So I think that French-style cooking with Mexican ingredients, match made in heaven.
Well, that's their thing, right? They do cooking and Mexico does tequila.
Amongst other things, definitely.
Oh, tons of stuff, yeah. I'm actually looking at your background, which people aren't seeing. It's kind of funny. I like Carlos's background because it looks like when an author has his books in the back, but he's also got the El Tesoro bottle right back there,
Yes,
just
sir.
casually, because that's what we're drinking.
Yeah. I wanted to see who was observant, because one day maybe we'll have some video up. But
Dude,
yeah.
I'm not throwing away any bottles anymore, because I made this mistake I told you for a while, we were drinking red wine every night for years, and then we just started buying bottles because of the labels. Oh, this is a cool label. We don't have it. Like, we started collecting them, right? And then when we moved, we had like these 5 boxes, 6 boxes, I don't even know, like stored of just empty bottles. And we were going to do something with them. And we couldn't think of anything. We just threw them out. And then just last week, I thought of something. I'm like, oh, why did we get rid of them? Now I have an idea. But with these bottles, they're kind of like collectibles in a way, because you literally have to try to go find them. Sometimes you got to go to 2-3 places. Sometimes you got to go online. So I'm going to try to not do that anymore. At least keep one of each bottle. Because I didn't do that with the ones I brought from Mexico, because I just realized we keep talking about this. We've brought it up in the past, how in the U.S., I don't know if it's all tequila is 40%. And so I bought Don Nacho over there, and I brought it back. And I was looking in a photo that I posted, and the Blanco was like 35% or something, the Mexican one. And here it's 40.
They have lower thresholds, right? So, yeah, here in the U.S. it's 40.
It does impact the taste. Like, I was able to drink that one just straight in Mexico, and it was super smooth and flavorful. And then here I was like, oh, this is still good, but it's a little bit different. And I just realized that it's that whole 40 thing, 40 versus 35. But that's some bottle talk.
All right. Well, why don't we let them know what we're drinking today, Tony?
Yes, it's El Tesoro Blanco. And Luis, remember I showed you seen this bottle, right? We sent you this picture.
Yeah, didn't you get one too, Carlos?
Yeah.
It has a nice label. I'll tell you that much.
That's cool.
Like the bottle's actually kind of nice too. It reminds me of that Havana Club because it has the location stamped right there. It says Jalisco, Mexico, like in the glass, raised. Did you notice that? I don't know if you saw it. That's what the Havana Club Cuban one has up there.
Nice. Let me reach into my bookshelf, or I should say my tequila shelf.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
Yeah, and it has like 100% the agave, but it's in the glass embossed. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So in 1937, Alteña Distillery.
So this is even older than Siete Leguas.
All this siete lenguas.
I think we said it was like 60 years. I think it's like a 50 something. So El Tesoro is like, I guess, like it's probably the distillery, right? Is that old? De Don Felipe.
Tony, we're doing the math, and I think they just recently released the 85th anniversary. So there you go. It's 85 years.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty dope.
I was actually gifted a special edition that was aged in bourbon barrels. I know we mentioned that in the past, but definitely smokier. So I'm excited to try this one for El Blanco.
Dude, this is killing me, man. I just saw one thing. I can't believe this.
What?
What are you saying?
All right, so it says, the front says crafted at La Alteña Distillery. Look at where this is made. Look at the back. Look at the city. In the middle bar, right above the like right there. La Alteña Distillery, and then it tells you the city. I just realized the city makes the best tequilas consistently. Jeez.
Right. Arandas.
Again, Arandas, man. I cannot believe this is an Arandas one too.
Wow, shout out to Arandas, man. I mean, they're putting in work.
Jeez. Luis, you mentioned cheap tequilas. When I was looking at some tequila options that were like cheap, because you mentioned Montezuma. I saw one called like El Toro or something like that. I think that's the one.
That one's cool.
Dude, that one's also Arandas.
That's a cool logo.
That one's Arandas too. So I wonder, what those taste like. But man, dude, this city, this town, Arandas, man.
How far is it from your house? Like from your parents' house?
From La Capilla, it's the next town over. It's close. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's close by then.
But man, I just never knew any of this.
Did you already open your bottle, Tony?
No, it still has the plastic. So
yeah, so I know. I usually get excited and I open it before. I just bring the. So today I waited just for you.
I'm on super good behavior since the last time we did a show. I'll explain later. Yeah, this has a nice sticker on the neck. Nice cork. Man, these people know what they're doing. So the label, man, looks like something you get like at a. I've walked into these stores where all they sell is like stationery, like fancy paper. I always go in there thinking I'm going to find some art paper or something, and it's literally just fancy stationery. That paper is like all embossed and super nice, the label.
It's like paper mache. It's nice for sure.
85 years. That's 85-year label.
It's almost like a treasure just there, right? Probably that's why they call it Tesoro. Let me see if I can get that same sound you did, Tony, because I don't know.
Oh, it's there. I think mine is just crispy.
Like chicharrones.
Yeah, right?
They got that Michoacán chicharrón.
A huevo.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, this bottle's freaking nice. This is one I'm going to want to keep for sure.
Yeah, it's like a heavy
squeak
cap, right? Is it rubber or some sort of stone?
Watch it be like a Tahona. Is that what it's trying to look like? So Tahona is the wheel thing that they grind it with, yeah.
Oh, the old school. That's the old school style, no?
Supposedly, we might go into this way later, but there's like different qualities of tequila. if you get, I think the Tahona is the highest quality. The one that they grind
Yeah.
with a big, like a Flintstone style, big old stone, and they just crush it. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw those. Remember, Carlos, when we went?
Yeah, the picapiedras.
Were they attached to like a horse, or they got a different way of doing that?
I saw a Netflix episode. I think it was the what is it? The Taco Crunch or something, where they were in Oaxaca and they did have the horse kind of grinding.
Yep.
This Tahona. But you're right. We'll check it out. We'll
look into it. Anyways, that's my guess as to what this top is supposed to be.
It is definitely that. Yeah, no question.
So I'll explain right now what's been going on with my tequila drinking.
Your first step is to accept you have a problem.
No, well, you know what? Hold on. Smells good though.
Yeah. Oh,
I bet it does.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, we didn't ask. Luis, what are you drinking with us?
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Hell yeah.
With or without sugar?
Without sugar.
That's a red one, right? Jamaica?
Yeah, hibiscus. Yeah.
Yeah, man. In Mexico, the paletas de Jamaica, that's like my favorite one.
Those are delicious.
Hey, Tony, what are you getting from the scent in the bottle? Can I say I'm getting, I don't know, I'm getting some like olive oil. It's weird, like an olive oil.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying with olive oil. You put that thought in my head as a problem because I was cooking today with freaking olive oil on a cast iron skillet, which you're not supposed to do, right? Use olive oil.
Depends.
It smokes.
You can. Yeah, I mean, just don't use extra virgin olive oil.
Why? What happens?
I think that's what I've been using. Why shouldn't I use that?
It's the juice of the extra virgin olive oil that you need to kill demons later, so save it. No, it's the smoke point for olive oil, but you're right.
I got a little bit of smoke in this.
I got my sniffer. Did you end up getting your sniffer?
Nah, not yet. You know that sniffer you got right there? There's no way. There's no way an ice cube fits in that, right?
Well, you're not supposed to. This is just like the you drink it neat, get that scent, right? But I did get a few things. They won the double gold medal in San Francisco competition 2022, so last year, and they have 96 points. So it's definitely highly rated. It's definitely well known, but it's one of those things that I think we talked about, Tony, the search. This is one of the ones you can still walk in there and find under $50.
Yep.
So I don't know how long that's going to last. But
I know, especially if we keep talking about it, man. That's the problem.
It's okay. We're sharing the love. That's what this is about, right? Still chilling and just letting people in.
Yeah, let's go for the first. I'm going to do, this is an ounce.
So, pa arriba.
Pa arriba, pa abajo.
Pa abajo. Pa centro.
Pa centro, pa dentro.
Pa dentro.
Luis, if you ever start joining us, don't pick a random tequila to join us with because it's going to ruin the experience.
Yeah. We started with some heavy hitter.
Yeah, this one's reminded me of Tequila Ocho. That's so far away. It's my favorite because I do like Siete Leguas because it's mellow, tastes good and everything. But sometimes when you want tequila, you want to make sure like you get that strength. It's not too too soft. Yeah. This thing right here is a good mix.
There's definitely a consistency with the pepper and the. I'm not going to use the word herbaceous again.
Oh yeah, I still can't tell what that means. Herbaceous. Luis, you know what herbaceous means?
Yeah, I mean like herbs. Tastes like lemony. Yeah.
Like green, right? So obviously grass. I'm not eating grass, but like microgreens.
Yeah, this is a good one. I think the problem I have is the first time I have most of these, they all become my favorite.
Well, that's the thing about tequila, right? Once you really start appreciating it, they all become your favorite. So I'm definitely gonna say it's actually just a little sweeter than the Ocho.
Yep, that's why I'm liking it. This feels more like a mix of Siete and Ocho to me.
As you take more drinks, it starts getting a little sweeter and a little bit more subtle. How's your Jamaica, Luis?
It's delicious.
You're making me miss freaking Jamaica, man.
You make it from scratch?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
man.
not that hard. You just boil it. It's
a powder, or what is it? What do you mean you boil
no
it?
way. It's fucking hibiscus, like Jamaica, and just boil it. Fill it with water and just boil it.
Damn, man. That's a healthy life right there. Good for him.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys a question actually, because I've seen both. Some people boil it, and some people just seep the hibiscus or the Jamaica overnight, And I find that you get the same flavor with both, but one's quick and one's not. I don't know, because one's like a tea, and the other one's just kind of like cold brew coffee, right? You let it kind of sit overnight.
This kind of ties into what I was going to talk about with the tequila. Let me get one last sip of this. Any final thoughts on it? Having it straight, because it's, man, I can't.
It's good. It gets better. You know what? It keeps getting better. It's, again, slightly sweeter than the Ocho. And as you drink it more, it gets sweeter. I can taste the agave now. But I enjoyed that initial kind of slap in the face of like, hey, remember, you're drinking tequila.
Yep. It's still there. It's, you know, that strength, it goes up your nose right now as you drink it. Kind of comes out of your nostrils.
Comes out. So you
alcohol.
need to clear your sinuses, right?
Oh, that's a lifelong issue with me.
Skip the wasabi and go to the tequila.
No, I've done wasabi. I've eaten onions, all sorts of crazy stuff for my sinuses. But, you know, the doctor just says, hey, take Claritin for the rest of your life. Claritin and Flonase.
Tell me you found a new tequila.
Yeah. Which we'll talk about later. I've been looking into the health benefits of it. I've been looking into that, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us, Tony. Look at us. You think we look this well preserved with water? It's all the tequila and bourbon we're drinking.
That's something to that.
Shit, no wonder I look like shit because I don't drink none of that.
You know what it is, dude? I think it's the well, okay. I think what it is it's kind of tied to what I'm doing. Actually, I could bring it all together.
Yeah.
People who like try to be healthy, if they have something that's unhealthy, they'll make up for it. Like they try to make up for it, right? Like, let's go run, let's do this, let's eat better, blah 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 blah. That's kind of where I'm at. I try to have what I like, but I pay for it by doing whatever I have to do, watch what I eat, cook healthy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We did the first 3 episodes, the first 4, right? And to prep for those, I was getting the bottles. They were hanging around the house. Part of it, I was going through them because I was on a super stressful work project at work. Super stressful. So I was just end of the day, going and grabbing 2 rounds or whatever, right?
Man.
And, the show was new to me. So I'm like, man, I got this tequila at the house now. This is great. Anytime I want some, it's right there. But then you went to France, right? So how many weeks we take off? 2?
2? 3? Because remember, when I got back, I needed that. I was jet lagged, so I needed to catch up.
You were gone for 3. Well, we didn't do a show for 3 weeks, right? And then that time, I was doing a bunch of stuff, and I was just trying to find the next tequilas. Some of them, I had to go to 3 places because stuff to, it's hard to find some of the stuff here. But anyways, those whole 3 weeks, I didn't have any alcohol.
Wow.
Other than 1 or 2 sips of wine, when I gave it to my wife, here's your wine, and I didn't have any because I was trying to make sure that hey, I have all this tequila. I have to be able to just not drink it all the time, because I think to me that's part of what I like about drinking this stuff. It shows you how to, especially when you have it in the house. It's easy not to drink if you don't have it in the house, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to work on your self-control, you got to have it in the house, because then you're oh, it's there, I'm not gonna have it.
Yeah, you have to self-control.
So that's what I'm having it kind of teach me, because that's what I originally said I was gonna do. Remember when first episode? And I didn't really do it. You
mentioned earlier that you drank because you had stressful days. I have actually a rule in my house for drinking. For me, obviously, my guests can drink anytime they come. I don't drink when I have a bad day. I drink when I have good days. So for me, it's more of a celebration type of thing. It's never a bad day, stressful day, I need a drink. It's the great day, a deal went through, had a good time. Let's drink a little to celebrate. I don't know. It's just maybe just a silly thing, but...
That's probably a better way to go about it. I mostly, the reason I was drinking often, not because I had a bad day, but to kind of shut my brain off and think about relaxing. But you can do that with anything, because that's kind of what I always do when I do this. All right, I'm not going to have alcohol. I just need another drink instead of alcohol. So what I started drinking is I just call them virgin margaritas.
There you go.
Put lemon and chamoy on the rim. I put the margarita salt. I throw ice in there, and I just put lemonade and a piece of mint or something, whatever.
There you go.
And that's it. It kind of gets rid of the whole I need to have a drink to relax thing.
You're like a regular hipster, because that's the thing now, right? It's in vogue to have those virgin mocktails or cocktails.
Oh,
right?
Really? Nah, you know who started those? My mom started those.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, when we were little kids, my mom, she always used to make margaritas for herself, right? And then we'd see her making margaritas.
Yeah.
And we'd want some. So she just made this virgin margaritas with just margarita mix, no alcohol,
Oh, okay.
the crushed ice and the salt.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So hell yeah, and it tasted good. I mean, that's why I still fall for this fake drink I make. You know, the fake margarita.
Well, unfortunately, when we were young and we wanted drinks, we had uncles who were like, "Here you go, have this beer."
Oh, but I didn't like it back then, though, man. It tasted gross.
Or margarita.
You know it.
Beer especially tasted gross, man. I mean, beer didn't taste good until like way later for me.
I don't know about you guys, but there was always what is it, Tecate and Presidente with Coke. Damn, that's horrible.
You know why beer kind of tasted bad for me? Probably because, like, as a little kid, I would go around and I'd pick up a half-empty glass, you know, a half-empty can. It's all lukewarm. You know, like you're at a party or whatever, and you're like, oh, you can't have none, and you're like a little kid. I'm sure I picked one up and tasted it. It was like, gross.
I've been told about the Cabreras. They're supposed to, you know, sure, one turned out to be a doctor and another, movie editor, but they were destructive kids.
The party animals, man. They were.
What? Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of, that was a big deal for me to have no alcohol for freaking 3 weeks. And yeah, I still have all the bottles unopened, even this one unopened. I have my next 2 that we're going to go through.
Speaking of going through, I don't know about you, Tony. I'm done with this first shot, and I think we're...
Okay, so let's get on to the ice round.
Got my clear ice.
Hey, Carlos, last time you mentioned that boiling the water, it doesn't make it really clear, so it's not true then?
No, it doesn't help with that. It's because of it's actually, you're not getting rid of the sediment when you're boiling it. You're just really killing bacteria, but not the actual, like, chloramines and other...
But it does make an improvement, though.
No, it definitely improves it, but does not get rid of it.
Yeah, it does.
Really, the only way that I know of that you can get, like, a full clear glass is by having that slow freeze method where the sediment just drops to the bottom.
See, I'm back into this little corner guy.
There you go.
I can't get rid of that, dude. But the rest of it is good.
It probably tastes better with the ice, huh?
I think so. It usually does to me. But this one tastes so good straight that I don't know.
Yeah. And it kept getting better. All right. Pa arriba.
Pa abajo.
Abajo. Al centro.
Al centro y pa
adentro.
Papa.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Delicious.
Yeah, like I was saying, man, I don't need anything in these drinks. And this is just the blancos, man. I'm scared when I start having, like, reposados and añejos, how good those are going to taste.
Oh.
Because those have more flavor, Luis. This is just pretty much the plant.
Yeah. None of that wood. Man, while we take our drinks, Luis, why don't you tell us how your Jamaica tastes? Give us a visual. Give us kind of...
I'm pretty behind on things with Jamaica, man. I got to start getting recipes on how to make that.
I poured it on a Havoc cup that I got from yesterday with some lemons.
Lemons?
No ice.
No ice, okay. So you got to do the ice now.
Is it cold?
Yeah, no.
Out of the fridge?
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. You know what I actually had? You guys probably had it. You guys have pomegranate tea, like Turkish? Ah, man, I recommend that.
Turkish coffee.
Like one of my coworkers, he went to Turkey and he brought me that. It's delicious. It's like in a powder.
All those red teas, to me, that's another mental trick for myself. Like, that's how I stopped drinking wine all the time.
Oh.
I got this red berry tea. It's like a warm wine sometimes.
The placebo effect?
Yeah, I'm all about placebo effects, man. Like, I need something to kind of, like, trick myself.
Hey, so you know what you guys should do one day? Nah, but someone has to be there. Like, do like a blind test to see, like, if you guys could really tell, like, what's what.
No, we could do it, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But maybe when we do the first 6, because the first 3 were all very different. One was Ocho was way stronger. Siete Legos, which was smooth and like sweeter, and then La Gritona was kind of.
It wasn't herbaceous.
Oh, it was very herbaceous. There's 2 words that I really like: herbaceous and unctuous. But unctuous takes the cake.
I don't know, man. This one's. I think the problem is I haven't drank in so many weeks. To me, this is a lot that it's hard for me to describe what the heck I'm tasting. Man. Dude, when I was drinking them regularly, I was like understanding each one a lot more. You know.
Yeah. You get intimate with the tequila.
Yeah, you get to really understand each one better. Like right now, I'm definitely it's not an advantage to have taken 3 weeks off. It just tastes good. That's the problem.
So initially the smell, I got the like olive oil. Have you guys ever been olive oil tasting?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know how there's like a peppery kind of flavor usually?
Dude, you just keep saying olives. That's what I taste now. I've actually drank the olive juice out of those. I love olives.
Olive is delicious.
I drank dirty martinis using that juice, so that counts for something.
Now that you said dirty martini, now I get what you're talking about. It's just kind of got that in there.
So if I use the olive juice on tequila, is it a dirty Sanchez?
I don't know about that, buddy. I wouldn't want that. What kind of podcast is this?
So if they cut us off, just so you know, I'm gonna just send a link out again on Gmail, and the whole point will be to try to wrap it up. Oh shit! It has a time left on there.
Yeah,
and I know that it tells me 4 minutes and 12 seconds. It says upgrade to pro. I don't know, man. Starting this podcast, we're trying to limit our costs, but maybe that'll be a benefit.
Well, if this helps you with the editing, I mean, I'm for it. I'm sure it spends a lot of time on it.
If we can get around the time limit thing, fine. Yeah. We don't need the pro, but because right now I'm getting the tracks, it's going to help a lot, I think. And then in the future, if we get enough, if somehow we make if we make anything off of this to help us, there's an editing thing I want to show you that is pretty amazing. Holy crap! It's like you can literally. I'll sum it up like this. So you'll get this whole podcast as a text document. You'll go in and you'll delete the words, and it deletes the audio. Like
that's actually cool.
It's crazy. Not just that, you can add words, and it'll say the words with our voice.
It's like when I go on Wikipedia and like edit their shit. I go into source
you do
codes.
That?
Hell yeah, I do.
Does it get saved?
Yeah, but I think they kicked me out already because I tried doing it a couple of times and I can't do it anymore.
Oh yeah, man, you're not part of the elite class of Wikipedia like gatekeepers.
No, I literally had some stuff like for 3 months, like 3 to 4 months, where I put myself like I was like a porn star, like AVN, like class of 2001 in Hawthorne. That was there for months, and then all of a sudden somebody probably reported it, and then like it's not there.
Can you make your own Wikipedia entry? Like yeah,
I did. It worked for a while.
So if I look up Luis Otto on Wikipedia, is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone. Don't believe anything in Wikipedia.
Oh, of course not, man. I just, I've gotten to the point where I don't believe anything anywhere, period. Like, I mean, you can look into stuff and, think you know what's going on, but, everything's a mess where you can't trust anything. It's kind of crazy.
Trust nothing, trust no one, trust everything, trust someone.
Trust everything, trust someone. I don't know.
I'm a pragmatic at heart.
We're done with number two.
Number two. So to me, it reminded me of olive oil tasting in a good way, though. Because I mean, if you ever done it, it's enjoyable.
It is.
Slight pepper taste, herbaceous. No, it's a slighter greens. It's like a tender greens.
I do realize one thing with cold. Once you put the ice in there, it's true. It does hide the flavors.
Yeah.
When you have it straight, you get the flavors more. When it's cold, the cold kind of like, numbs some of the flavor away. So, it's a good thing we start with them straight because it's easier to kind of get a feel for it.
I think that's how I'm going to end with it too, straight. Since the third time's a charm, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go straight too.
So now, you ready for number 3?
Dude, I got this gigantic ice cube, didn't melt it. I'm going to put it over. I'm going to put it back in the tray. How about that?
Yeah.
I'll have tequila flavored ice.
There you go. Don't forget, you got to pour some for the dead homies.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Let me pour this one for Chabelo, right?
That's what I meant.
Of course. All right, he gets el tesoro. That's for sure.
He gets el tesoro.
Oh, man. I guess he's not eternal. You know how they used to make those memes about him, saying like he outlived like everybody.
Yeah. He looked happy.
Yeah. Third one.
Yeah, this is the third one straight. I gotta.
Man, it sounds orgasmic over there.
You know what? That's the sound of realization. That's what I was going like. Just when I started drinking certain kinds of beers, when I finally like beer, like having this stuff straight room temperature, when it's good, you're actually like, okay, now I understand, right? That's what I was getting to. Like usually when stuff is cold, it hides that it's not that good.
Yeah.
Like when you drink crap beer, you gotta drink those cold. You can't drink them anything but cold because they don't taste good. In my opinion, I don't know. Some people like them for sure. But no, Luis, you sent me a picture of a comic book that I think I have in my garage somewhere.
Yeah, it's
$125.
That's what it's going for. I had one too. I have it like in a trash can. No, seriously, I literally have it in a trash can.
Wait, you have it now in the trash can?
Yeah.
What is it? Like lining your trash can or?
No, it's inside a trash can. I just literally threw all my comic books right there.
So you couldn't get rid of them. You just like, I'm gonna throw them in the trash, but I'm not gonna throw them out.
Exactly. I got like a hoarder problem, man. You know, like those hoarders. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'll eventually use it. Yeah.
Hey, this podcast is gonna solve some problems because the first step is to admit you have a problem. We already had Tony admitting, and now.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I got the thing is, I get addicted to stuff, and that I enjoy.
Right.
I understand it, and I'm like, all right, let me back away so that I don't really get addicted to it.
So you don't get addicted; you become a connoisseur.
Yeah, it was like when I started making steaks, I kept making steaks all the damn time.
That's a fancy word of junkie.
Of what, junkie? Yeah, I'm a steak junkie, a tequila junkie. What made me slow down was steak. Man, I was making the sous vide prime ribs. It was amazing, super good. And then, at the same time, I was trying to eat healthy. And then once I saw the calories, I'm like, oh, man. No wonder it tastes so good.
Well, I thought you were on a paleo diet.
Yeah, but then I kind of switched to kind of also calories. Then I decided, hey, I'm going to use this really lean cut and try to make sous vide meat with it. Oh, it was not as good.
No, you got to have that. You have to have that marbling, ribeye or bust.
Yeah, but anyway, I still recommend low calorie to anybody who's ever trying to drop weight in an easy way. The trick with low calorie is you have to learn to make food you really, really like in a low calorie way.
Yeah,
like pizza. I can make pizza low calorie easy now. And you can have it all you want. It's easier than making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So easy. You don't have to. I'll send you guys pictures and stuff of how to make it. I mean, you can make them yourself in under 10 minutes, and it tastes like pizza. We'll talk about that later. Maybe I was thinking about sharing some of that stuff because, like I said, you got to balance out the tequila with some other kind of healthy habits. I'm not saying it's unhealthy, but como dicen, like todo con moderación, right? Like.
Yeah.
It's in every tequila advertisement. Like,
yep.
Especially in Mexico. I don't know if I notice it here. Every time they announce like alcohol over there on TV, I always notice they say like toma con moderación.
Todo con moderación. Salud es belleza. But Tony, you mentioned the moderation. So I'm a Libra and an accountant by trade. So my debits and credits have to match. But the good thing about this is, to your point, is now we can just say, all right, we won't drink during the week. We'll do a Monday.
Yeah,
maybe
that's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's where I settled. Once a week plus the Monday. That's where I'm at right now.
Well, this is more of a journey of understanding and kind of disseminating the information to the people, right? Yeah. Just give the people what they want.
Well, I mean, give them what they want in a way. How do we know what they want? Well, the only way I know is kind of like what I want. I want to be able to know what this stuff is and how it tastes and pick the right things, because everything we drank so far, if people go buy it, they're not going to be disappointed. Like I had some cousins who say, hey, I'm going to go to Mexico, what should I get? And I was able to tell them some stuff that they can get over there that I can't get here. There's some stuff. I actually had this guy at this restaurant who went to like Cancun or something. I gave him a list of things to find. There's this one with a horse that you can't get here. It's called like El Caballo something. And he said he couldn't buy it over there because it was too expensive. Can you imagine how expensive? Like the premium stuff in Mexico that they don't import? Because here's what happened. I think so there's a lot of stuff you can't get here, right? But I think that the people who, obviously they know, hey, if we can get into the US, we can charge good money and make money. So if something's good quality, they want to bring it here. It's my guess, right? But there's some brands that are so good. There's one, I'll send it to you. They don't sell it here, and it's expensive over there. So
we're gonna have to check it out. Yeah, I'll have to find it.
There's a knockoff version of it and the real version of it.
I want the real version. The real.
I was talking to you about trademarks, dude. Even in Mexico, they're a big deal
Yes, sir.
because they'll have a known brand and then they have a bunch of knockoff. Not a bunch, but there'll be a known brand, and then they happen with Fortaleza.
Yeah.
Los Abuelos. It's called Los Abuelos over there.
Yep.
That's what Fortaleza's called. And there's another one or two called Los Abuelos also.
Skippy, remember Skippy? We were in Tequila and we went to the Los Abuelos in Mexico, Fortaleza.
Oh yeah, we did.
That is from Tequila?
Yeah. So the grandsons of Jose Cuervo. We'll discuss it. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Tony, you mentioned it, right? Like sometimes we don't even know what we want, so we rely on good friends and good recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's part of what we're trying to do, right? Like we're a bunch of old friends, and not literal sense. I mean, we're still young.
One day.
But we're recommending to the extended family, everybody listen to us.
Yeah, man.
Make them our friends, and I think these are pretty good tequilas. We started strong, so I can highly recommend this one.
I think eventually we'll have to scrape, and maybe we'll be surprised. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so far it's hard to not like any of the stuff we picked. So.
No, it's been solid.
Talking about not liking, we just had our third, straight. I guess it's time we, start to rank this thing. Got a number in mind?
Yes, it's a strong one.
I know, same here.
Yeah, should I go first this time?
Yeah, it's time. Rating time. Out of 10, what do you give this one?
So, tried it, still right. I mean, neat. Went to the ice, came back neat, and I got all the flavors again.
Yep.
So the sweetness, but obviously not overbearing sweetness, and kind of that subtle olive taste, olive oil. I'm liking it. 8.5. 8.5.
This is where I struggled with it. It just tasted so good. I didn't even try to freaking figure out why. It was like, when something is so good that you just look at it and like, oh man, I mean, it's just it's hard to explain. That's where I'm at.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Right? Like I can't when you're trying to figure out why, because you're trying to maybe find a fault or something, I just can't pick anything. And again, it is because I've gone 3 weeks. So it's like the first time, it reminds me of the first time I had tequila that was good, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling, because it's been, to me, 3 weeks without having any. And I can't find anything. Like I said, it's a mix of my two favorites in the past, which is like Tequila Ocho, because of the strength, and Siete Leguas. It is a good mix of the two. I'm giving it a 9. That only leaves me like, I'm going to have to start using decimals. Like, if I have other drinks above this, like I'm going to have to start saying like 9.1. But I just had zero fault, like straight. The fact that I wanted straight, no ice.
Remember though, because we're going to come back to it. And
oh, yes. When we come back to it, Ocho and Tesoro, who knows? Yeah. Let's see how. I'll have those two blind. I can tell the difference between the others.
This could be like there's a famous quote out there where it's, and I won't get into the details, but it says, "I know when I see it." People can look that up since we're political. I know when I see it. So it's like you're like, I know when I taste it. You don't know why you like it, but you know when you taste it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know who said that?
Wait, which one? You know why? You'll know when you see it.
No, I know when I see it.
Wait, wasn't that Rocky?
Wait, is it recent? The person who said that?
No, 60s. Yeah, and it wasn't Scully. It was Stewart. Sorry, yeah. But it's like basically he was trying to describe what obscenity was. Right? He's like, I'm not gonna try to describe it, but I know when I see it.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know why it tastes good, but I know when I taste it.
Yeah. Well,
little historical tidbits.
Luis, how's your drink? Did it hold up? You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Good.
What did you rate it?
8.25.
What's the best drink you ever, like if you have time to make a drink at your house? You've gotten pretty healthy food-wise, I thought.
Yeah, because I almost fucking died. I have blood pressure. I have no choice. That's why I don't need lard no more. You gotta watch from...
Oh, man. Well, look, dude, let me look into the health benefits of tequila.
Right?
I'll look it up. There's some stuff about like if you have it after a meal, like I gotta, some of this stuff might be like propaganda, marketing, maybe, but some of it could be, legit. Just like red wine, man. I mean, I drank it all that time. You know why I kept drinking?
Heart
let's just say I asked the doctor this, and I was like, explain to me, how is it possible that drinking like 6 ounces of wine a day, like for heart health or whatever, antioxidants, whatever,
a day?
but yeah, a day. That's the crazy thing, right? I was like, how is it possible that drinking like even 4 ounces a day, that's not a lot. How is that healthier than having none? And then they explained to me that there's like a curve about like health benefits to things. Like a little bit of something is actually good for you. It's better for you than nothing. I still can't get it.
It's like dark chocolate.
Kind of, yeah. I guess so. Like a little bit of it, there must be some health benefits. But if you have too much, but again, the thing that trips me is like, how is it healthier than none at all? Somebody will explain it to me.
I know when I see it.
It's like
I guess that's what it comes down to, right? My wife saw me coming upstairs with the tequila. So, let's see what she says about having this one straight.
So what you're saying, Tony, is that after we jump off this, you're still going to be chilling with Mia.
Damn.
No, I have to. No. Yeah, she can't, like, not chill at the end of every single day. Which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
We still need to get our Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah, hey, Luis, you ever play Dungeons and Dragons? Would you have the patience for it? You did?
I did years ago. I played it with Chonte. I remember.
Dude, my wife just finished playing that for like 2 hours tonight at least.
It's like a role-playing game, no? But you have to have the dungeon master or something like that, like an actual person like that like does that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so you actually you did it one time, right? You're saying?
Yeah, this was like in 97, 98 that I did it.
I did it one time too, and that was it. I guess Carlos, he kind of needs, it's like DMT, everybody's got to do it one time.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Some are more ahead than others.
Hey, Skippy, you said the Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yeah, remember?
I got it.
Dungeon Master? Come on, kids. We're 90s kids. So, do we want to let the people know what we're doing next week?
Oh, yes, you're right. Next one.
The Big G4?
Yeah, I should have it by then. We're doing G4. Yeah. It's in the mail, man. It's taking me. I'm telling you, I'm in Georgia. It's not California. You go,
mail?
dude. You go on your lunch break and you find everything you need. I have to freaking work to get it, man. I went to
We can't get it in Atlanta, the actual city of Atlanta.
Man, I mean, maybe I had to go to 4 places to find out Tesoro. And you know the craziest thing? I went to 4 places, and then it was at the closest place. That's the only place that had it. So, I mean, I'm glad I found it, but yeah, I had to go all over. And G4 is coming next week. For next week, we'll have G4. I have to do mail order for that one, man. It should be here this week. So I'm hoping it's that. Otherwise, I'll let you know what we have to swap to. But next week, G4, it's hard to find. Anybody listening, hopefully you can find it by then. Because we're struggling to find I'm struggling to find it now.
No, it was tough here, too.
So... Cool. I guess that's it for now. Want to thank everyone for hanging in there, and Luis, thanks for showing up. Hope to
problem, man.
Have you show up whenever you can find the time.
Right, Luis is that friend who shows up when it counts. Other times he's a little flaky.
Yeah.
He's there when you need him.
Yeah.
But always, that's for sure. But I want to thank him for spicing up the show. All right, Luis, stay healthy.
Yeah, man.
Very healthy.
Next show, you better have another natural drink.
I will, my friend. I will.
Right. I want to know what that is. Something healthy that I should be drinking during the week in between this stuff. I'm going to look into making a Jamaica.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Carlos?
All right, guys. Yeah.
Man, it was a pleasure. I'm going to head out.
Yes. Until next time.
Deuces.
Peace out. If you like what you just heard, share links to our show with your friends to help us get the word out. Go to stillchillin.com to see how you can make more episodes possible. Thank you for listening.